A raft of wandering otters, and here we are once again. It's the next day after the other day. Anyway, tomorrow, June 6th, is the anniversary of D-Day. So June 6th, 1944, Americans, Canadians, and other British and other free people began the earnest effort to take back Western Europe. Southern Europe had already been landed on, but Western Europe was still occupied by the Nazis. So this is yet another anniversary of that important date. I cannot emphasize that what we have, the country we have, would not be here. We would not enjoy the freedoms we had unless we have a way to defend it. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, come see what we see. I'm going to go to the car doctor again. The Honda Pilot is still having a little bit of trouble, a little bit of hesitation when it goes to start. Plus, I need to get it smogged. So, who knows what I might be able to see in the process. Come join me. Come see what I see. Well, the Millennium Falcon yet again passed smog. It's a 2005 Honda Pilot, and so a 15-year-old car just passed the smog, which isn't terribly unusual, and I have been so happy with our Japanese cars. Except for I can't really tow much with the Honda Pilot, and that's why we had to get a light trailer that ended up being kind of a bad choice. And anyway, that's a whole nother story. Now I'm on to the auto mechanic. Thank you. And hey, I hope you like my scarf. I thought, you know what? It's time to let people know I'm American. All right, so the Camry's had its oil changed and has more or less a clean bill of health for now. So we're going to probably go home. Yeah. Actually, I mean, truth be told, I do kind of enjoy getting out and about. So see what else we can do. Well, I get to go into the toy store, also known as Home Depot. So come see what I see. Yay, Home Depot. The supply lines have yet to be disrupted too much. Home Depot's got all kinds of stuff here. As long as I'm here. Now, so far there hasn't been a ongoing shortage of bleach. But let me tell you something. If there was such, the place I would come would be the swimming pool aisle, because you can get dry granulated bleach, and it has a 6-year shelf life. So let's say you needed, somehow things got so desperate, you needed to sanitize water and whatnot. I'm talking like one flake of dry chlorine, and I think here's a good example right here. Calcium hypochlorite, about a 6-year shelf life. Let's see, gotta make sure that's what it is. And also you want to make sure it doesn't have other additives, especially if you're going to drink it. But if you're just sanitizing stuff and want to make a little bit of chlorine for home, or bleach for home for sanitizing surfaces and whatnot, and you can't find liquid, you can always go with this. It's probably not a bad thing to have around just in case things go south. So look at that. I have never seen this new line of light bulbs, but that is really cool. And I'm pretty sure they're LED. Just amazing stuff. Yeah, they got a bunch of stuff. Patching some drywall, patching some exterior wall, bug stuff, catching bugs, cleaning supplies. I even got simple green. How about that? All here at Home Depot. Well, we're all done here at Home Depot, and it's time to go home. So, a Raft of Wandering Otters, thank you for joining me today. This is a real quickie today, not a whole lot to show you or tell you. I might, come to think of it though, I might stop, I don't know, fast food. Anyway, talk to you more later. If not, see you in the next one. But wait, there's more. I'm going to go ahead and go to In-N-Out too. Again. Again. All right. See you at In-N-Out. And there is Roberts Lake that we detailed just yesterday. Hi. Sorry, ain't got anything for you, Gramps. He's probably not a whole lot older than I am. Roberts Lake. I didn't know the name of that, but now I do. By the way, up here to the right, that big tall building, that's Embassy Suites. That was no small controversy when that was built, as I understand it, because if you think about it, some of the people a little further back, that may now obstruct their view when that was built. The view that they had before it was built, I guess I should say. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Oh, and look, there's some Canadian folk. They aren't wearing face masks either, by the way. Come to this country and just kind of flaunt our rules. It's interesting. But it is starting to pick up. I mean, we are seeing tourists coming in. A lot of them are what you like I say, they're Central Valley heat refugees. They're escaping the extreme heat in the Central Valley. And that is a fact. That's a fact, Jack. Okay, so here we go. In-N-Out Burger. Yay! Hooray! Oh, you know what? While I'm waiting in line here at In-N-Out Burger, I think I should go ahead and address one of our favorite vloggers, is Tim Tracker, and Jen, and of course Jackson. Well, I mean, of course Jackson. I shouldn't put him in air quotes. And they are people whose ethos, you know, everybody has a public ethos and everybody has a private ethos. Ethos is your moral standards. That's moral standards that can include religion but can be without religion. Your character, okay? I find their character to be the highest. And by the way, Mr. Rogers, I remember him saying, there's a bad guy in all of us. Okay? Nobody is 100% angel. Okay? Nobody's 100% saint. Even saints weren't always saints. Okay? So, that being said, apparently their latest video, or the one that they posted yesterday, it took a while for us to get around to watching it, talks about their regrets about some of their early videos. And I'm listening to them, and they're very apologetic. And what evolved was, I don't think they went back and were watching their old videos and saying, oh, hey, I think we crossed the line there. Somebody with apparently too much time on their hands went back and went over some of the content in their old videos. Apparently they started the vlog, Tim Tracker, which mostly he goes to amusement parks and stuff like that, but he and his wife share their personal lives as well, and that's really kind of the nature of vlogging. This is my life, such as it is, and I'm going to share it with you. Okay. So somebody had the time. Somebody took the time. You almost want to think that somebody was looking for something to scandalize people that are speaking of Mr. Rogers, probably one step or in the same ether sphere as Mr. Rogers for saintly content that presented to the public. Their public ethos is, to me, among the most superior. Okay, somebody took the time to go through that content. I mean, you can't imagine somebody just stumbled onto it. Okay? Now, to me, when I hear stuff like that, when people are muckraking, when they're digging in people's stuff, and it involves a figure that it actually could impact his or her commercial operations, the first thing I'm thinking of is extortion and payola, pay me to be silent, pay me to shut up, that sort of thing. I like what Tim and Jen Tracker did, and they just went ahead and leaned into it and said, yep. And they were very apologetic. They don't want to be defended. And they said, yep, we made some serious mistakes, and we said things that we really regret. Don't defend us. What I'm concerned about is that there are people that think that this is a worthwhile pursuit. Now, if you're just pursuing it for the moral issue of it, I can see it to a certain extent. But like I say, first thing that comes to my mind is extortion. Okay? So I gotta say, Tim and Jen Tracker, you present the most enjoyable, morally sound entertainment, amongst the most morally sound and enjoyable entertainment offered anywhere on any platform, whether it's YouTube, broadcast TV, or cable network. And I'm just trying to wrap my mind around who thought that you would be a good target. Bravo the way you leaned into it and owned up to it, and apparently you've deleted those videos, but I don't know that you really owe an apology for something that happened in 2009 or around that time at this point. But yeah, like any business, you gotta go with the customer is right. But gee whiz, like I say, who does that? Who digs through people's old content just to find that stuff? By the way, I guess they better not watch some of the old westerns that I really enjoyed. True story. Oh, another thing that's kind of amusing me is kind of funny with the loosening up. It used to be they were asking you, do you want a receipt? Because less you touch, the better, right? Well, apparently part of the evolving protocols and knowledge about the COVID, and I'm not saying that people shouldn't have been overcautious, but what they're saying is that the idea that you can actually contract the virus from surfaces is there. It can happen, but apparently a very high percentages of the cases they have come to find out are transmitted person to person. Coughing, being within that 6 foot proximity, not wearing face mask, and stuff like that. So we are in an evolving. We are in a world of evolving solutions for an ongoing problem. Yay! Oh, I'm touching the bag. Just kidding. Rebuilding McDonald's. Raft of wandering otters. See you in the next one. Thanks for joining me today.